What's up? What's up? It's your boy JC back in the saddle. Excuse me, I just went, a couple rounds with the bong. Got some fresh coffee. And I don't have a lot of time, but I do have enough time to come in here and work on a particular issue that I'm continuing. It's part of what I've been working on with the expansion of my activities from a relatively stable and high power producing starter base to a mega base, grid system based type situation. I don't know all the terminology. I haven't spent a lot of time studying it. I have seen a couple of other streamers. I was just looking at regular content a couple months ago, and because I play Minecraft and have streamed it, and watch other streamers, it makes suggestions, and it suggested a Catherine the Sky video where she was playing Factorio, and I was like, oh, what's this? I'd seen the other factory game that's 3D and in the round and whatever, and I was like, cool, it'd be cool when that comes out, but I hadn't seen Factorio. Anyway, popped that open, gave it a listen and a watch, and I was like, wow, she did a great job of explaining what she was doing. And for me, someone who has played modded Minecraft for several years, I was looking for, I don't know, I guess I was subconsciously looking for change and didn't know it. But when I came across this, I was like, wow, that's definitely the shit. So, it's, I get that the other one also requires calculating, playing modded Minecraft with machines and, all of these, either altered or, new mechanics that are not part of vanilla as they relate to mobs and, environment interaction, they tweak the hit points, and or they've tweaked the yields of things, they raise or lower the percentages of you finding water, or the seed producing water, or finding diamonds, or just whatever. They increase the amount of lava generated underground, just whatever it is. So yeah, there's a lot of calculating, and so yeah, when I came across this, I was like, woohoo, winner, chicken dinner. And I think before we depart, and when I say we, I've been thinking about this the last couple of days. I'm here streaming solo, but at some point, somebody's gonna watch this shit. And at that point, my voice will not be alone. And, when I'm watching other people, I'm on a journey with them. So, it only stands to reason that if you're watching me, that we're on a little journey together as well. So, there you have it. If you have a Steam account, you can get Factorio there. You can download a demo at the Factorio site. No, these are not paid advertisements. These are just me. I'm just plugging this shit for free. I don't know them or anyone over there. They don't know me. The only thing we have in common is they produce a product that I use, and that's this game. So, with that said, oh yeah, still got lots more to lay in over here, but it's looking real good. You see, here's our center line, and from this line to this line across any square is 256. So, yeah, it's a lot of space. if you've played Minecraft, you might understand why I picked that number. It's kind of random, kind of not. Um, I I have looked through the wiki for this game a little bit, you know, because I tried to educate myself on rail and uh, using the quote unquote network, your red and green cables, all of the accumulators and combinators and calculators and, you know, all of the things that you can do, the ways you can control things. I mean, it started the first time I hooked up a train and went to pick something up. I had to set up, you know, these little parameters, and I'm like, oh, lots of flexibility here. You know, you add a little wire and something else, and all of a sudden you've expanded the options on how you can affect your activities. Damn, I'm gonna have to come in here and clean this out by hand. Or maybe I'll bring some of those yeah, that's the beginning of that whole sojourn. And this track is way too fucking long for me to start jigging it around to match this. Just not gonna happen. Best case scenario is I might deconstruct this piece right here, move it over, line it up here, however, 'cause I think they're the same size, more or less. Not really, probably, kind of close, not really. And wow, that's a 20 million. We just paved right over it. Yeah, bring this, deconstruct it, move it over here so it's in a proper alignment, and then build this out as far as I can. Which, at this point, I've already run into water. I cannot imagine reconstructing this just to move it over 30 or 40, 50, whatever the hell this is right here. It's a pretty decent uranium patch. I paved right over part of it too. But I've got plenty of other uranium options. I've got uranium here, here. Here. I've got uranium right here. Which that was a super small patch, and I don't think I ever mined it. I got uranium here. I'm sure there's uranium all over. These are pretty decent patches, you know, 17, 17. I've got an active patch now that I'm working on. That's 15, 15, 19. What's this one? 50. Oh, that one's 30. We got some iron way out here. 156 million on this one patch. Hell yeah, I'm running trains up here. But you know, look at how long that is. You have to think about how zoomed out I am, how large this patch is. This is 256. It's a lot. It is a lot to have to walk or to ride on. These are big areas, and they're going to accommodate pretty large factories, because that's essentially what it is when you stick a bunch of assemblers and all of the sundry mechanisms needed. So, looks like we have our center path laid out through pretty much most of our situation here. So, I'm going to turn the other pathing materials on to 50%ish and let that work while we go and do some other shit. Okay, so it's a buffer chest. Okay, we should go ahead and load these up. Let's go to 4,000. Wow, where was that? Is that right here? Yeah, so let's copy that. and we'll get everybody updated. How can I didn't think I had to be in any particular proximity, but okay, there we go. Okay, so all of these are going to take more. No sense in letting this just sit idle over here when I can keep it running and buffer it up over here on the other side where it's actually needed. Let's see, next thing. Let's buffer these up. So that 100, let's change that to let's make that 2,000. So we should do the same with that. Let's go ahead and force it to. What I'm hoping to do here by making this change is force the network to pull from the large amounts of inventory that have been being stored in network storage chests. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. These should be, they were full. Still full. Yeah, these buffer chests are super full, which is great. It's great. It's what we needed. You know, we got all this rod down here. We got some rod and storage here. Yep, plenty of that, so that should never be an issue. Let's see here. So I turned these off. Let's let's go ahead and just turn them all on. I had to, you know, kind of think for a minute about what I wanted to do here. So we should go ahead and speed these up. And we might as well speed that up too. Okay. Now everything's working. And kind of, you know, I kind of dislike that sometimes. The power poles being right in the way of, you know, a lot of the activity. But if you're going to maximize your placement, so I'm trying to not play with any mods, and I'm not too freaked out about it. But I was looking at mods today. There was an update for my blueprint flip, and I started looking to see what they had. I had read somewhere, maybe heard somebody mention something about using a mod to straighten out all the wiring. I need to make sure that the poles are straight, but you know, so that I don't get clusterfucks like this where it's trying to cross it every which way, that it smartens it up. You know, doesn't change the mechanics of anything. You know, I don't think it automatically places poles. That would be cool. You know, something that automatically placed poles and kept everything symmetrical and in line and whatever. That would be tight. But no, I just was trying to clean up the wiring. Heard something, so I went and looked. Couldn't find anything. So if anybody knows Factorio well enough to recommend a mod that'll automatically straighten out these clusterfucks of wiring, not that. Let's see here. You know, stuff like this. And, you know, sometimes the big ones, when they're in close proximity, they get nasty. You know, it's like this. Why does this need to come across here and then, you know, why? Why can we not just have it confined to its area here? You know, if need be, it bounces across. I get that. Maybe that's what happened. Who knows? Why can't they just be, you know, like this? That's where it's needed. That's fine. But, you know, just cleaner. Doesn't even have to be perfect. Just fucking cleaner, please. So here's the riot act. If you're under 18, you know, this channel is not made for you. I swear. I talk about marijuana and weed products, which are absolutely legal for medical and recreational use in my state. I cuss a lot, and I talk about some things that probably not for the youths. If you don't get that reference, you were definitely too fucking young to be in here. Okay? It's from my cousin Vinny. Utes. Anyway. Alright, well, this is working. It's churning it out. It's getting some over here. It's getting some over here. So, maybe by the time I come back, let's make sure I got rail signals. Because I did a little blueprint so I could hit the corners, and then I did a ruler so that I could evenly place some signals in the middle. That's funny, I'm putting in all these pavers and walkways up here at this new construction site, way far away from my main base and all my production and my network and everything. And yeah, I got no pavers here to help me walk and run and navigate. None. Zero in my own home base. Yet I have laid down thousands and thousands of these little pavers. So in order to make one cell, oh, you know what? I should definitely set a destination. Ah, shit. I already fucked up. I needed to exit here. And now we can go. So I just did a little quick calculation in my head, and it takes approximately 300,000 items to provide enough pavers to pave this situation. 300,000 items. Now, they get condensed down, but there's one item I use 30,000 of, and it takes 10 of another item, which is pricey, to oh, damn it. Oh, look at that. How did we get that? Alright. So there's some track that needs to be laid in here. Oh. Let's see, it's from the other side. I'm having to look as I'm driving. Maybe it's this next section up here. No, maybe it's the section after that. Nope, it's the next section. It's the next to last. So that's good. That's good. Okay, see, like right here, I don't understand. I put down a blueprint, yet sometimes does not provide what it is that I'm looking for. All right. So I think it might. Oh, damn. I think it might be a while before I have things cleared out enough to place rail signals everywhere that I want and need them. So for the time being, I just barely did the corners. Well, I made one, I made a blueprint for the corners here, the intersections, all of them. So I so it puts in a little extra track, I guess. But generally, that looks like it's gonna do. Back it up, back it up. Oh, come on, wrong button, wrong keys there. Alright, so we're just going to kind of come through here casually. Make sure everything is cool. I do have a little room in my inventory, and I see that we are not quite there. So I think I can just stand here and kind of load my inventory up. So I don't like starting from the furthest end out. But this is where we are, so let me load up here, and I'm gonna just take a, you know what, I'm not even gonna walk. We're gonna get in the train, and we're just gonna back the fuck up and fill this in right here down to the farthest corner. Oh, I see this farthest corner has gotten no attention. Alright, well that looks like that's probably most of that area. I don't know how much we have here. Quite a bit. That wasn't even halfway. So, let's see here. I think I have all the track down. So, there we go. So I'm just going to take a walk up this track here. Try to make sure that the center is the very core stripe and the one, that flanks it. And then there's a third, set up with all the flanking. Okay. Stone, giant stone patches. This one too, I mean millions and millions, 51 million, 17 million. That is a lot of stone. So I do not plan on deforesting any of this that is not necessary. In other words, over the tracks and things. Obviously some deforestation is always necessary. And I will deforest the middles as much as necessary. But hopefully that's not going to be that much. Okay, here we go. So we got, I should have done that other corner. Both of those corners while I was up there. Damn. It's okay, I'll just take the train around. Pop this down. Signals. Nice. You know what? I'll stick to this side. And hopefully when I get back, there will be enough of this material that I can come back and finish this off in one swoop. I think I have all of the center done. as far as the center path is concerned. So I can get out here and do my thing with the grid here. Oh, sometimes you just can't see it. There we go. There we go. Huh. Well, what went wrong that time? Let's try that shit again. What, I used 50 rail signals already? No way. I had a stack and some change. Okay. That's not an issue, but at this point, may as well go home. And, change things, huh? Oh, no path now, huh? Uh-huh. When I come back, we'll start at the we were already in the farthest back corners, so figured I'd go ahead and do those. But it looks like I need to go ahead and start here. Interesting that it doesn't go around the top and come down. I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-signal. I'm gonna get some signals down. We'll get all the corners done, and because the corners are done and they extend into the lanes themselves, they'll control the lanes on both ends. That should control the flow of traffic, essentially, and we'll just make whatever modifications need to make, which is most likely to accommodate that, which is most likely adding rails in the center up there. Gets a little jittery when I'm zoomed out too far. So let's I think we're good on rails for right now. Let's see, so okay, there's that. There's that. Oh. Uh-huh. just keep a couple. Oh man, what? Why are you imbuing me with all that? I don't need hundreds of those. 300, 400, that's plenty. Let's see. Rail signals, probably 500. And we will stick those up here too. Back my shit off back to 50. Yeah, you know what? That's one I don't really use much of. I don't really, not into the flamethrower. Don't know why, just not really into it. Not a pyromaniac. I prefer bullets and bombs. You know, when I played Doom way back in the day, it was one of the first FPSs I played. I'm talking about the mid 90s, you know, and Quake. Oh, fucking Quake. That game creep factor over the top back then. And yeah, I learned real quick, real early on that I liked shooting up close and personal. Shotgun, my favorite weapon, you know. And up close and personal usually only takes one or two, and you're done. A lot of times that second one is just your own nervous reaction popping off. Yeah. Sometimes some intense shit. Let's see. So let's head on up there and do this thing. I do have supplies and materials to hook up or set up some quarries. I also have enough of the electrical utilities that I can run power from wherever it's at. I think it stops at the copper mine, copper quarry right here, but I can continue to power up, and not just can, I'm gonna have to. That's a thing. It's a thing that's gonna have to happen. I do not want to build more power up here at this point in time. Oh, whoa. We're gonna have to back up. Oh, we'll just stop right here. This is good and central. If I go ahead and get some signals thrown on both of these, okay. Okay, that looks good. And this area out here might be one of the first to get signals in the middle, because I definitely don't want trains waiting, you know, and I probably need to put 3 in here. And when I say 3, I mean I've got one on each end. I need to break it into 3 sections. And need to figure out some nomenclature. Oh, see, can't let off fast enough. Let's see, how do I get from there? Oh. No, nope. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Strange. There's this extra little thing there I didn't notice before in the original design. I need to check that out because that could be a problem. It looks like there's one of these, or a piece of one of these in here, right here, which means there should be another thing running inside here, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see, I didn't really get a chance to see. Oh man, I never took the copper out of there. That's fucked up. Yeah, I'm sure at some point I'm gonna have to come down here and you know, do something different about the infill for my pavers, but for today, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and pull up this print here. I really need to look at this for a second. Maybe it's just that corner up there because I don't see that malformation here. And did I get everything in on here? No, I did that time. I'm just gonna grab the train and just keep going straight down. We're just gonna work a hole. It's a loop. I don't have to cut through the middle or anything. So we'll just work the loop. And then when it comes to infilling the hardscaping with pavers, you know, I'm loaded and I'm trying to address it as we come around. Not always possible, but usually so. Well, that's nice. So once I get in here the wrong way, I don't know that there's any way to go. There's yeah. Just can't get onto what I would consider to be the right track, which is odd as fuck, but not entirely a surprise. And let's go ahead and grab some material. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. It's not too bad here. Not too bad at all. Get to chill out and do what I like and maybe provide some entertainment along the way for some other people, somebody else. All right. I like that, the way that looks. It's kind of expensive, but I think I want to put that in the cells around where the trains go. And we can just walk through here. Interesting. Alright, let's so I see that we are definitely missing some shit here, so let's see how this works. I do have track on me. Okay, now it's nothing. It's just this little isolated thing that does throw power out that way. interesting. So okay, so um, hmm. Hmm. Curious. I'm having to work this out right here on the fly. Not not 100% about what's happening here. But you know, I mean, there are some basics that need to be occurring. Hmm. Yeah, I got all quiet on you because I got real intent about the power poles here. This intersection and the way it was set up with power not going all the way across and these not being present in the middle. I'm gonna keep running into that, so I needed a fix, and in fact, I should copy this fix. Okay. Oh, just having to double check, make sure that I'm not fucking up the rail situation, the rail signals. Cause that would be, suck ass. Let's see. Oh, let me grab some material from back here. Do we have any more? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be needing that. If I do, I know where it's at. So I will get to all of it, but for right now, this stream, I'm doing the perimeter of my 6 cells, my 6 grid cells. Making sure that all track is present. I'm adding signals. And I'm restructuring the power pole situation. So let's go ahead and take these out. Wow, it's a little tough, isn't it? Wonder what's up with that. I mean, this situation isn't bad, but it's blocking necessary turnarounds, leaving just one, which aesthetically I fucking like. From a practicality point of view, I don't know about all that. Come in. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up here in a couple minutes and I'll be there. Thank you. Okay, so let's see here. I just had this thing. Let's see, it goes like that. Oh yes, I forgot. Okay. I kind of like. I don't see any signals down here. I'm unclear why that is. But you know what? We got signals right here. I'll just put those down like that. And then we do signaling on the other end. So I hope that works. That's all I gotta, that's, you know. I will navigate us out of here manually. Then I'm super hoping that so I'm about to wrap this up. I have some plans. So this is going okay. I'm going to get myself back to the to our main base. And then call it quits for the day, or for a few hours, while I go and do some other things, some people I enjoy spending time with. And I'm just gonna I want to quickly pop down the signals. I got something else to go and do, but alright. No promises that I won't have to come back here and do this shit again. And fix some shit. Cause fuck man, I'm human. I make motherfucking mistakes for real. So it almost looks like looks like I can. No, can't. Let me try one more time. Just can't do it. Alright, here Here's the corner. And actually, okay. All right. What do you mean no path? It's like this shit needs to be on a whole nother. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to do a partial turn like that. Oh, damn. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come through and take them poles down. I mean, maybe. Damn it. Okay, so let's do something interesting here. Let's oh yeah, this has got to go. I forgot about this. Problems of people everywhere. Nope, still no. Okay, so what the fuck? I just gotta get us out of here, right? Let's see here. Okay, I am coming. I'm just trying to finish this up and be off of here. Sell country and sell country too. Yeah, so now that I've put signals on here, so let's see. Sell country too. Okay. Let's try getting out of here now. It's because I'm backwards on this lane here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some fucking wow. Okay, so there obviously needs to be a set of center rails, which I already have. I'll just continue them all the way up. And once we get, past that T near the northern uranium patch, then the outermost rails will be utilized on these cells, and the inner rails will be utilized for going back and forth. And we'll put in I need to put in a couple of intersections there. So that's all the time I have for now. I'll probably be back on sometime this evening. So, good looking out. Shit. Like, subscribe, all that great fucking shit. And, yeah, if it's any good. Remember, this is for adults. This isn't for the children's. I'm not angry, but fuck, I'm not trying to be anything other than me. So if you dig that, you know, do the thing. Alright. Peace out.